And now we're here talking about, safety on the roads, honestly, regarding deer, because we're at that point in the season where we're seeing more and more of them. And now we're here with Kendra with ALEA to talk more about that today. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Now, can you just really tell us, the safety precautions people should take when they do see a deer on the road?
Yes, in the event when you're traveling on the highway, rather it be in a rural area or on your major highways, if you do catch a glimpse of a deer on the side of the road, you don't want to slam on brakes. Don't jerk your steering wheel in an attempt to avoid it. Try to ease up off your gas a little bit, keep a firm grip on your steering wheel, and just see that deer, but also focus on the road at the same time, because you don't want to take your eyes off the road. We get it. You're a little concerned, don't want it to jump off and into the roadway in front of your lane of travel. But the biggest thing is just making sure you're slowing down to an appropriate speed in the event that you do have to maybe stop to let it cross. So that way you're not at a high rate of speed and trying to avoid that deer.
And what are the times throughout the year that people may see more deer on the road than usual?
Usually amongst our fall and winter times, it's getting a little colder. They're coming out more on the side of the roadways. During your hot months, you don't really see them because they want to be in shaded areas where they can possibly stay cool. So maybe October, November, December, that's usually when we'll see an increase in our deers.
Now, does ALEA have any, maybe programs or anything like that that kind of shows awareness or even safety precautions online that people could read about to know regarding deer safety?
As always, we're always providing safety tips through our social media networks. We try to get out and speak to our local community networks, as as I'm doing here with you today, and just trying to make our citizens aware of the things that could happen and when the increase and the appropriate precautions to take in the event that you may come in contact with a deer on the roadway.
And now, last question for you here. When people do come in that situation where they do hit a deer and, people may be flustered and overwhelmed, not really know what to do.
Right.
What steps should they take, maybe with ALEA, if that happens?
In the event that, you're involved in a traffic crash with any type of wildlife, you want to safely move over to the side of the road. Don't exit your vehicle because, again, if there's cars coming, it might not be safe for you to do so. But, pick up the phone, call your local agency, 911, or you can do pound HP. That'll take you directly to the area that you're designated in to give you that assistance. Don't leave and then go home and want to all of a sudden file a police report, because some people, they're under the impression that either A, they've been told their insurance company won't cover it, but then they later find out that they do cover it in a chance, and then now they need that wreck report, but you're at home. Once you leave the scene, there's not really much that we can do for that person at the time. It's more like an incident report, but it won't be an accident report. So try to make sure you remain on scene, contact your local agency or the state agency of your area, then provide information such as location, if you may be hurt, airbags deployed. Just try to give us as much information as you can.
Absolutely, and especially during this time when they're more out on the roads than normal. And Kendra, thank you so much for coming on to talk more about it with us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.